Uh, I don't like this game. I really don't. I bet you weren't expecting that, were you? That I don't like Bendy and the Ink Machine? Yeah, I don't. I don't say, oh, well, you like Cuphead. No. No. Cuphead and Bendy and the Ink Machine are not similar in any way. In fact, I'm pretty sure that they're supposed to be different eras of animation. Because, Cuphead has color. And then Bendy and the Ink Machine, like the cartoons, they don't have color. But, yeah. I don't I don't like it. I really don't like Bendy and the Ink Machine. And here's why. The art style, that's fine. And the story, one of the greatest stories I've ever seen out of a video game. But the gameplay is absolutely awful. Here, you want me to summarize Chapter 3 for you? I will. Okay, here's how Chapter 3 goes. Like, alright, here I go. Do. Oh, I gotta collect some things for you, Boris. Alright, I'll do that. Cool, now my door's open. Alright, I'll do some walking around. Whoa! Alice Angel? Wow, that's some neato story right there. Oh, what's that? You're gonna kill me. Well then, I guess I better do what you say. What is that? Collect 4 things for you. Alright. Doody-doody-doo. Alright, Alice. Collected those 4 things for you. What's that? Collect 4 more things? Oh, okay. Doody-doody-doo. Hey, Alice, I really don't want to collect 4 things for you again. Oh, you want me to do that anyway? Okay, doody-doody-doo. It's like that for just an hour. Collect 4 things, collect 4 things, collect 4 things. Collect 3 things. Collect 4 things, collect 4 things. It's not like the 4 same things. Like, you just gotta go doing it. That's bad game design right there. Now, that sucked. I did not like that. That's just a bad game right there. I'm going to make a video about gameplay versus story, but I can summarize it up for you right now. In a video game, gameplay is most important. I'm going to leave that in there, because that's how bad this game is. I don't want to give it any effort. I mean, the art style, that's fine enough. But the worst part about it is, they're releasing it in parts. Why? I don't want my games to be in parts. That's also a bad thing to have in video games. And here's why it shouldn't be released in parts. The gameplay, well, that's not too challenging to make. Voice acting, well, that's not too hard to do. Get someone, have them record some lines, bada bing, bada boom! Okay? And then, like, the animation, well, that's not too terribly, money grabbing. That's not like, hey, we gotta do that. Oh man, that's gonna take a lot of time. No, okay? And I'm not talking about like the animated shorts that they have sometimes. No, I'm talking about the actual in-game graphics. Okay? Those can't be too terribly challenging to make. Okay? That would not take time. At least the amount of time that is in between chapter releases. Was it like 3 months? Okay? Like, this is a 5-chapter game, and we're on chapter 3. That's not good. The story, amazing. But the gameplay's terrible. Not to mention, there's just so little amounts of story in the actual chapter segments. It's bad. The graphics aren't demanding. The gameplay isn't, like, challenging at all to make. Like, release the full game! Just so we can, get the story. The only reason that they're releasing it in parts that I believe, I don't know if this is true, and I have nothing against the people at the Meatly, but, like, whoever came up with this idea, What's wrong with you? Releasing a game in parts when it's not challenging to make? Like, at all? I mean, obviously you have to know how to code and all that. And I don't know how to code. But, I mean, it can't be that hard to release the full game already. It really can't be, especially if you know how to make a game. I mean, it's just bad. I love the story, though. I feel like Bendy and the Ink Machine would be better as a movie. Not a game, but a movie. I mean, just... And here's why they're releasing it in parts. I feel like someone saw the success of Five Nights at Freddy's, and they were like, hey, that's a horror game. Let's see if we can make a new thing in horror. And yeah, sure, going around and beating things up with like an axe, yeah, that's never been done in a horror game, but that's because that's a beat 'em up right there. And plus, this game, this story is wonderful. I don't think I can say that enough. I love this story. It's so interesting, and I was legit, I was like kind of attached to Boris. I was like, oh no, Alice took Boris. And like, all the people who've been like turned into ink creatures, it's just so good. But there's so little of it. And the gameplay. Like, here's what I think. They were like, okay, Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a good balance of gameplay and story. How about we put a crap ton of good story in there, and then people won't even notice how bad the gameplay is. Oh, also, we're going to release it in parts so we can stay as relevant as possible. Although you start to lose relevancy, like, in between chapter releases. I don't even know how many views this video is going to get based on how relevant Bendy and the Ink Machine is right now. Like, just, not a good game. I actually recommend you watch someone play it rather than play it for yourself. That's what I recommend. This game just not good. If Chapter 4 doesn't have some good gameplay, then, my opinion's not going to change. But, like, if they do have good gameplay, I will, without a doubt, make a new review and just, I'll take back what I've said about Bendy and the Ink Machine being bad. But until they do, this game, I gotta give it a 4 out of 10. That's the lowest score I think I've given a game. It's really bad. But, there are still good things about it. Like the story. And of course the soundtrack pairs well with it. And there are some parts of the gameplay that are fun, but really it's just repetitive and boring. And that's not what I want out of my video games. I want a good balance of gameplay and story. But if you're gonna make a choice, choose gameplay over story. That's what you should do. Alright, I'm done.